Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, cousins. I told you I was coming back. I always come back. And you can hear my dog in there. He woke up crazy this morning, so let's just ignore him and let's get on. All my old subscribers, I thank you so much for coming back over and over. And my new subscribers, I thank you so much. And the ones that have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit it. And also everyone, the thumbs up button. Do not forget, thumbs up helps me grow. So you know what I'm going to say. Let's go. Okay, today what I'm going to be doing is pinto beans. And they're dried, and we're going to have the vegan at first. And then I'm going to put a little meat flavored thing that came in the ham bean package. And then later on I'm going to put neck bones in them. So they're all the way the old-fashioned way. So you get a little bit of both. But with my beans, what I do is take the onion and I dice it. Just half of it, pretty. And I don't like big onions. Don't ask me why, even though I use a lot of onions. I like smaller onions. I always get white onions, Vidalia. I'll use yellow onions too if that's all I can find. So, but if I can get the white onions, they're not as tangy as the yellow onions. But I keep talking about how everything is getting higher and higher. A lot of us don't even know how, and I shouldn't put it that way, we don't know how to cook meals from the start. So I want to do that a little bit today. And also cook my dinner today, because I haven't cooked some dinner in some days, a healthy dinner. Okay, the first thing I do with my pinto beans, I spread them out, make sure there isn't any rocks or anything in there. Okay, so you want to make sure before you wash them, you spread them out and make sure there's no rocks or any foreign object in here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the pot to wash. And you do this a couple of times to make sure that you got all the dirt out of them. And then what I do to make it easy, or when I do pour the beans out, see how the water looks a little murky? And it might be from the color of the beans too. And put this up here. And I use the colander, the drainer, and then I don't lose any beans. Because it's got little holes. And then all I have to do is shake them out. And then I take the water over and rinse them again. And this gets them prepared for going in the pot. Okay? So I'm just going to drain that off really good. And then we're going to go and we're going to put the onions and we're going to put the beans in. And we're going to do that next. Okay, now I'm going to put the beans in my crock pot before anything. And then, try not to make a mess the whole time. And then I'm going to put the onions, what I cut up before. Right here in the crock pot. The chopped up onions. I'm going to add water to cover the beans. Okay? Probably it ends up being about 4 cups of water. And latchkey. I'm going to show you how to cook some beans. You showed me how to cook that roast. Baby boy, you could have bought me some of that roast. You're going to have to teach me how to get my filming better too when I'm cooking. I'm always lost. But I'll get it. I will get it with your help, baby boy. Okay, that's like 4 cups. So right here you can see the beans and you can see the onions that's in there. And there's also a packet that goes in there. It's like a ham flavoring, but I'm not going to put that in there yet. And I'm not going to put any salt and pepper in yet because I don't know how salty this is. So I'm going to leave that plain, and I'm going to add a little better than bouillon, just about a teaspoonful. Hold on, I'll be back. So we're going to put about a teaspoon in there. And kind of stir it up just a little bit. I might put, this jar is almost empty, so it don't matter if I put this in there. Probably about 2 teaspoons, just to give it a good color, and then it kind of takes away from that, hold on, use this to scoop it out. And if you look at my other video, it'll show you how I cook neck bones, so I'm not going to show that today because I already have a video on that. Okay, and one thing about beans too, you can freeze them. So you can cook a lot of beans and you can freeze them. And I usually put it on like, you can, if you're going to work, you can put it on like 8 hours low. But since I'm home, I'm going to put it on mode 4 high. I'm going to put the top on it. And then that's really it for now. And then when I come back in some hours after it cooked, then I'll share this with you. And then when I add in that ham packet. Also remember, as you're cooking, you want to clean up too. You don't want to have all this mess left after you cook. And as I'm cooking the beans, I am cooking some brown rice. And rice is really easy to fix. All you need is 2 cups of water and 1 cup of level rice. But it's always 2 cups to 1 cup portion, and it'll come out perfect every time. So don't be scared of cooking rice that's not pre-ready. But what I try to do is I try to get all the dishes done. I've done most of that. And get the sink clean. Also, I didn't tell you about, I did before in another video about the slow cook liners. And then I don't have to waste the time to really have to scrub out the crock pot. So this works very well. I'm going to put this up. And then I'm going to put, this is my coffee that I keep rewarming over. I keep my rice in like a mason jar so no bugs or anything get into it. That's how I store most of my dry goods. And I still got like 3 hours to cook on the beans that we started on. And then I got my neck bones on, and I told you I have another video that you can follow on that. But, you know, just get your kitchen back clean, and then after you turn around, or somebody else comes in the kitchen, they're not hollering and screaming because my husband does a lot of cooking. But I just wanted to come back and say that, you know, clean your kitchen up. I'm going to put these in the dishwasher. So really those are out the way. And that's about it. also I had put 4 hours on the beans, but if they aren't ready, because they'll be soft, if they're not ready, I'll even put them on longer. I had put them on 4 high, and thank goodness for dishwashers, that's all I can say. I don't know why people think just because it's 2 people in the house you don't have any dishes, but you still cook, you know? So, I'm gonna put this colander I had earlier. I'm gonna put that in here. And then my plastic stuff goes on the top. And I usually don't run it until it's full. So that takes care of all the dishes. And even the measuring spoon. And then I have my knife that I had previously that's already clean. And I'll just leave that up there. And it just makes it a little better. And I'm going to use this container later on. So we're going to leave this out. Then I have that beef bouillon. We're going to put this in because I could use it probably about one more time. But again, before these beans are cooked, I thank you all so much to kind of, you know, sticking with me through this process. And we're going to finish this up in a little bit. Okay, when I came back to check, there isn't like enough water. It's been on like, we got an hour and 10 minutes. So a little over 3 hours, and that's why you have to check. Why you have to check, because sometimes you have to add water again to it. So we add more water to it. And that covers it again. So I proceed to let it go ahead and cook. And the beans, it's not ready. We're gonna let it cook for another hour. And then we're gonna see how it comes out. Okay, but remember always to check at certain points because the water can boil out of it because the beans soaks them up. So this time it should be fine, but we're gonna see in about an hour. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I'm finishing cooking the neck bones, and like I said, I have a video on that, and they're almost done. Well, they almost come off the bone, but I want them a little bit more than that. I'm gonna add those to the beans. Some people cook theirs with the beans when they cook them on the stove, and probably when they cook them on the crock pot. Now, the beans only have 23 minutes. Because it's going to bring up smoke. And they're pretty well done. They really are. They're pretty well done. Because see, I can take it up and just mash them. And use them when you can mash them and you don't want to overcook them because then they get mushy. It has 23 minutes. I might cook it the 23 minutes, but that's what I'm saying. You keep checking to make sure if they're done or not. Remember what I said, make sure they don't lose all their water. Usually the second time you pour the water to cover, normally you don't lose it the second time. But we're really close to getting it done, and I will be back. Okay, I am back. Guess what? Everything is done. Can you believe it? Let me bring you a little bit closer and hopefully you can see everything. But the beans are all done. And all I'm going to do is take and put the neck bones inside. the pot. And the beans are all done. And really that's it. I'm going to cut off my pot because it is done. And then what I'm going to do is come back and sign off, and I will be back. Well, thanks so much for being with me today to cook the beans, the pinto beans, and I hope you learned a lot today. So kitchen's all clean. Remember how I showed you to clean up a little bit before, and then by the time you eat, the kitchen will be all clean, ready for you to rest. But I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm Betty J. Gathers, daughter of Jean Gray. And you're going to follow me on Instagram, and you're going to follow me on Twitter. Everybody's going to hit that thumbs up, and you're going to write me a comment because that helps me grow. And you know what I'm going to say? Let's go.